Hey my guys, we're here. Okay, so instead of re-recording my Infection AU video, also give me a second. I'm gonna do something while I do this. Instead of re-recording my Infection AU video, y'all know what I did. I decided that I'm gonna look into a different Infection AU. So yeah, the goodbye on my Tamer videos. I was deciding if I wanted to do this. I'm gonna re-record those Tamer videos. Either that or I'm just not gonna do them. But you know, you got that going. So, you might be like, oh, so what infection video did you decide to do? I kind of already gave it away, but we're just gonna pretend like y'all didn't see that. So, which infection AU did you decide to do? Did you, decide, go back? You're just saying you chose different, but then you're going back to the violet one, or are you going to the green flu? Oh my God, I've already did green flu. Are you going like somewhere else? Don't worry, guys. I've changed. Um, so one issue. I don't know where the rest of Cookie Virus is. I don't know if I'm probably gonna have to read this, but credit to Anxiety Monster for this. This is Cookie Virus. Okay, so it's going down. Okay, good. So we got also my audio is all jacked up. I I can't hear anything. All right, so you know what I'm gonna do real quick? I'm gonna play some music, and if I can hear that, I'm gonna be good. All right, I can hear stuff. It's just I don't think this has audio. Okay, so because I'm paused, I didn't hear anything, but I don't know. Yeah, it says faint, so it might be something else. Okay, beginning stages. Pony is somewhat sane but very hungry. They crave the cookies they were infected with more than anything and are desperate to do anything for them. Earliest sign is rainbow muzzle and permanent smile slash frown. I can't read what's going up on there. Uh, brown pupils and rainbow muzzle. Second stage. Pony's sanity is declining. They can still speak but cannot think about their hunger. They're extremely desperate for cookies, so much so that they start chasing down and eating anything living in case they have cookies in their stomach. Their mouths and stomach begin to rot, hair and feathers begin to fall out, mouth stretching induces skin tearing. Oh, damn. Bleeding, feathers, and hair. Third stage. Sanity is gone. They go some eyes begging me. They can no longer speak and only make desperate sounds of hunger and anger. They begin eating Penny, hoping for a sweet taste to satisfy their needs. Their mouths are starting to stretch or droop, depending on which they're mutated with. They smile or frown. They are dangerously skinny. Different parts of their body begin to stretch and change depending on the penny's mane. Tails have shed. Penny's unrecognizable besides the cutie mark. Skinny and hungry. Incredible sense of smell. Fuck that. Sunken eyes. They're blind. Oh, so we're good. Mutations begin different for every pony in this case. Stretching limbs. So they're blind. All right. So that means that I can just stand in front of it as long as I don't move. Wait. Five stage pennies can't even, but has. Fuck you, man. Oh, wait. Wasn't there like. I remember this infection. Okay. Rainbow Dash's journal. Surviving the cookie virus. Now, because I swear there was one with the Frowners. But then again, I haven't looked at this infection since like a year, so I don't know. It's just all my fault. I'm not the type to keep a journal, but Rarity says writing down your thoughts can help you your nerves and keep your thoughts straight. Right now, me and Applejack, Rarity, and the Cuban Crusaders are hiding out in Sweet Apple Acres barn. We we barricaded all of the windows and doors, but we can't stay here forever. We're all fine, just pretty shaken up. Applejack is looking for the barn, finding anything we can eat or use as weapons. She refuses to look at me or even speak to me. Damn. Rarity is panicking, it's obvious, but she's trying to calm her sister down. Poor Sweetie Belle isn't taking any of this well. She hasn't stopped crying since we got here. I was also trying to comfort Sweetie Belle and help help Applejack in school. Also speaking to me, I don't really blame her. I don't want to think about them. We're all that's left in Pennyville as far as we know. We gave everyone those horrible cookies. All I can see is when I close my eyes is Twilight, twisted grin, and Fluttershy's drooping frown. Yeah. Pinkie Pie was the first pony who ate the cookie, but I haven't seen her anywhere. She wasn't at Sugar Cube Corner with the poor cake family, those little cake twins. What have I done? Ah, fuck that. Wait, part three. That's part two. So I'm assuming this is part one. Alright. Okay, yeah, yeah, finally. Okay, so I think this is Frowning Pennies. The Cookie Virus Frowning Pennies, journal by I think Doctor Hose or Derpy Hose. Either Derpy Hose, the doctor dude. I forgot his name. Damn. I know him from Green Fluid. That's kind of all I know from. Actually, I also know him from that Tamers video that's not coming to light, sadly. Beginning stage. Same as Smiling Penny still has some sanity, but is very hungry. All they talk about is how much they need the cookies. They were infected with the earliest sign of rainbow muzzle and smiley slash frown, permanent drooping jaw. Unlike Smiling Pony's pupils are dilated and eyes begin to sink. Oh, so they already become blind within like second stage. Possibly blind. Oh, so they're not even blind. Alright, got it. Penny sanity is declining. They can still speak, but all they seem to mumble is the word cookies. They are extremely desperate for cookies, so much so that they start chasing down anything living. At this stage, they often find they eat small animals through if confronted by a pony, they won't hesitate to attack. Their mouth and stomach begin to rot, their hair and feathers begin to fall out. Third stage, sanity is completely gone. Cody can no longer speak and can only make desperate sounds of hunger and anger. They begin strictly targeting ponies, hoping for a sweet taste to satisfy their needs. Unlike Twilight Sparkle, who I observed in the past, Fluttershy seems to droop downward instead of growing taller. Do all frown ponies mutate this way? I'm unsure, but it's too dangerous for me to find out. Mane feathers have completely shedded. Pony's unrecognizable size key mark. Unhinged jaw. Teeth. Also, she might not even have teeth anymore. She's staring at me. Dripping stretch mark. Final stage. Pony is beyond recognition. Can't even call it a pony more. Blind but has incredible hearing and sense of smell. Breathing is rapid and rigid. It's very hungry. It will lunge and attack. Any noise, or scent of blood, stay indoors and lock the doors. Going outside is guaranteed death. I think she can see me. Can she see me? Oh, so they're not blind. She sees me. Oh, yeah. So I think this is Doctor Who's. I think that's an actual character. It's either Doctor Who's or Derpy Who's. I doubt it's Derpy because I feel like Derpy could not write like this. Okay, so this is part four. Now I feel like we're out of order. No, this is part two. This is part two Terror Journal. So this is just part four to the virus. All right, got it. We camped out in the barn for only 2 nights before we were spotted. We heard an awful groaning sound and took a peek outside. Mangled and grinning Granny Smith was slowly approaching the barn. She was far away enough for us to have time to pack up a wagon of supplies and book it out to the back doors. So yeah, no, they're not blind. They can see. Or no, she looks more like she's in stage two. I'm gonna say stage two, yeah, because she's not like her hair is still here. So I mean, yeah, no, she's definitely in stage two. AJ and I pulled the cart with every penny inside, but even with two of the fastest pennies in Pennyville running, Such an awful thudding sound was echoing behind us. Granny was chasing us. Applebloom started crying. That's my granny. She's family. We have to help her. I took a look at Applejack, and she was tears in her eyes. She had tears in her eyes. That ain't her family no more. She cute. Damn. Big Mac's affected. Nah, y'all dead. Nah, y'all are. No, y'all are rat. Right? It's fine. No. And he's a frowner? Damn. You got it. Now you got it rough. We don't even know where we are headed, but it had to be away from Granny and away from Pennyville. We were suddenly cut off by a creature jumping in front of us. It's hard to tell who it was in the moment, but from Aljack's good old screams, I'm positive it was Big Macintosh. You're used to be at least. Again, he's also in stage two, so I mean, in an effort to get away from him, Aljack and I took a violent swerve right, tumbling down a steep hill, and it was really hard fall. Everyone, everyone fell out of the wagon, and the thing crushed us into a big apple tree. In the mess, a chunk of wagon crushed my wing, and another fell on Aljack's leg. My wing hurt like hell, and it was all twisted in ways it shouldn't be. But was no time to shake it off. We had to go. So now, because I love how like every AU, she somehow gets some way just to nerf her flying. Just somehow, some way, she just gets the ability to not fly anymore. Like, Rarity levitated all supplies she could, and Applejack and I carried the key mark crusaders on her back. Applejack was limping harshly with a step, but she was such a blind panic. I'm not sure she even realized she was hurt. Applejack led the way and showed us the little wooden shed in the middle of the orchard. Applejack said that part of the orchard was so far from the barn, they built a little shed to hold extra supplies. It was small and uncomfortable. Everyone was pressed up against each other against a basket or a shovel, but Aljack reassured us it's only until the morning when those things are gone. Her family. Man, bro. Like, what do you do here? No, like, Jelly. You're going in this small ass shed, and you're telling me that we're just chilling? Alright, so, I'm just gonna pretend that's not there. I could barely sleep. My wing felt broken, and I'm sure Aljack isn't in any better condition. Plus, I couldn't get Granny's face out of my head or Album's cry, so I decided to be lookout, staying awake, and listening or watching for anything close by. I couldn't hear anything all night. Not footsteps, heavy breathing, anything. I'm sure we were all safe. I couldn't help but feeling that we were being watched. Yeah, yeah. I wonder where you could get that. I hate that it starts all the way at the beginning, so now I'm forced to go. Like, look, I'm just getting spoiled. You're just getting spoiled by the pictures. I'm a moderator. I don't know what the fuck you expect me to do. Must have fallen asleep at some point because I woke up to her nudging my shoulder. It was the morning and everything was alright. I was just said it was okay to leave. We we each grabbed a basket and loaded them with apples for time, being they'd be our only food source. I had barely picked 5 apples when I heard Rarity shriek. Without much thinking, I ran to her. She was holding up a magical gem shield and pushing back what used to be Big Mac. He was thrashing and gargling. At Rarity's magic was fading. What should I do? What could I do? I don't know. Pop his head open? Fuck you want me to say? Rockford acts, somebody lunged into the scene, whipping out a flashlight, shining into Big Mac's eyes, and Big Mac's eye sockets. Okay. Big Mac howled and took a few steps away, kind of yelled, get the Crusaders to follow me." Three of us ran Jack. Aljack, the only one still carrying her apple basket, Rarity and I carried the Crusaders in a blind panic. We followed this frenzy until we were out of breath. And sure, we weren't followed. We only stopped when Aljack collapsed to the ground. The panic turning to help her. That's when I got a good look at her. Pinky. I jumped on Pinky for a hug, but she shoved me away. This confused me because I never been denied a hug from Pinky, but she didn't look a lot different. as she helped Applejack in hers. I got a good look at her. She had her hair down, multiple scars on her mouth, body and mouth, and was rainbow. Oh, I'm not infected, Pinky said, and I'm bunkering at Fluttershy's cottage. Let's go. Applejack ended up ditching the apple basket, and Pinky carried her on her back. Pinky led us to Fluttershy's. Fluttershy's her darling. Does this mean? Rarity seemed overjoyed, but Pinky sighed that she's gone too. That she's also not home, has it been for a while. Her cottage is far away in the from Ponyville that I've been bunkering there for a while now. Alright. So I mean, what do we think here? Like you have this this friend that you haven't seen in a while. They obviously were bitten, as we can see, or whatever the fuck this is. I'm assuming this is a bite mark. She looks infected, but she has no signs of infection. So I mean, what do we do here? Like, I do we go with this person? Are we sure? Fuck Angel. I know that's Angel. Fuck Angel. We got the Fluttershy. It was just as Pinky said, empty. Not even a single animal, but there was a lot of bloody chunks on the ground. It used to be Shy's critters. I wonder if Fluttershy did this. Pinky led us to Fluttershy's basement and grabbed a medical kit, binding up Aljack's leg before doing the same to my wing. Yeah, you're gonna have to snap that wing back in place, bro, because I don't know what the fuck you mean. Just binding it. All right, I'm back at the call. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know if you'll heal right. I'm sorry. It's cool. I replied, my wing hurts, but it felt better in the sling. Now I need answers from you, Pinky. Pinky, we can't keep secrets during this. What happened to you? Are you infected? Pinky looks around the room and sighed, can I speak to you alone? I wanted to argue to tell her that whatever she had to say, she could say it to everybody, but she spoke was so set in sauce. She sounded on the verge of tears, so I agreed. We made our way out upstairs, and I quietly looked through all the windows to make sure we hadn't been followed. Pinky sighed and turned to me in tears, welling up her eyes. Remember, this is all my fault. Cause look, it, yep, yep. Pause. 'Cause- wait, yo, only if we could get the both of them. I already get my ass spoiled. Fuck that. I won't get spoiled again. It was shocked. Pinky just admitted that this virus was entirely her fault, but I thought it was my own. No, Pinky, it can't be. I was the one who fed everyone those cookies. I fed everyone those cookies. Tears streaming down Pinky's face, so I could tell that this wasn't the time to argue, even if I wanted to take all the blame. She continued to explain herself. I'm not sure Abject told you by now, but this was all meant to be a terrible prank on you, to one up you, and it was all my idea. That's why. Okay, so that's why Applejack wasn't talking to her. It is meant to be like prank and shit. But yeah, when you came to me with the idea of the prank, the whole town, I can't with those rainbow joke cookies. I came up with the idea to prank you into thinking we all become zombies from eating them. But after you fed me that first cookie, I felt odd. It was hard to explain what the feeling was, but more than everything, I felt ill. But I was so determined to get you back this. I was so determined to get you back. This was the perfect chance. I forced everyone in Federville to buy at least one or two boxes of cookies, even convincing those who didn't want the cookies to participate. I would even want the cookies to participate. I ignored how sick those cookies made me in order to win up you, and now I murdered everyone in Ponyville. He crumbled onto the floor in tears. Despite her apology, I still didn't believe she had anything to apologize for. I knelt down and wrapped her in my good ring. I think none of this is your fault. It's not like you made those cookies. There's no way you could have known. Please, never was right. I've been wondering what did you put in those cookies that made ponies become this? I blinked. I blinked at Pinky. I didn't make the cookies. Don't you remember I said I special ordered them from someone in Counterlot? I didn't want to order them from Sugar Cube Corner either, or else I'd ruin the or else God, it would ruin the prank. Pinky perked up with the confusion now on her face. But if you didn't make those cookies, who did? Yeah, so someone in Counterlot is making infecting cookies. So I'm assuming Counterlot's gonna be like perfectly clean from the infection. I'm assuming because I doubt that anyone in Counterlot got a hold of those cookies. I doubt it. We were interrupted by a horrible sound outside. Help, help me. Ah, fuck that. And Pinky and I made it back down into Fluttershy's basement, or suddenly Inch startled everyone inside. Scooby spoke. What happened? Pinky immediately shows her, and we listen. Help me, please. She sees me. Fuck that. She sees you. I'm not letting her see me. Nah, fuck that. You dying. Y'all all that. Album guess. That's a pony. There's a pony out there. Album started running upstairs before Applejack grabbed her by the tail. Album no. Album yanked her away from her sister. There's a pony out there who needs help. Our family is gone, Applejack. Just like you said, I have to help any pony I can before it's too late. Apple Bloom, you better. This is the right call, bro. Help. Oh God, I just got my ass spoiled. Before any of us could grab her, Album was running up the stairs and outside. Album stopped. I was at desperately scream. As her sister ran away, instantly every pony was going after Applebloom as the cries for help outside continued. It sounded like a male pony, one I recognized for sure. Applebloom burst out of Fluttershy's cottage and was turned corner to where the cries were coming from. That was not a pony. Help, 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 help. Okay, so she said it sounds like a male pony, so I think it was Dr. Hooves. I think what happened was that Dr. Hooves was researching these infected, okay? He was like, oh, so these are frowners and these are smilers. Because if you remember at the end, he said it sees me. Now, this doesn't mean he died, but it's a very high likely chance he died. So I think what happened was that Dr. Hooves got killed by her or whatever. I don't remember saying they can mimic voices though. But maybe I just accidentally looked over that. Maybe they could. And I just didn't notice. Either way, um, I guess it took his voice because I wouldn't be surprised because it did say she sees me, which is something he wrote down. She sees me. So I do think she's like copying what's his name? Dr. O's. I think she's copying Dr. O's. Help, yeah. Part four. Okay, so yeah, it goes back. Named as Journal. Sugar winning character death and blood. Part 5. Story's moving along slowly. I hope y'all like what I have in store. The scream that came out, I was like the worst thing I've ever heard. There was nothing we could do. That Apple Bloom was devoured. Even Pinky was too paralyzed to do anything. Couldn't even get worse. Then Sweetie Belle started charging the creature ready. Scream mimicked Applejack. Sweetie Belle's horn lit up. I could tell she was trying to blind the creature, as Pinky did once did. But as soon as her horn lit up, it went out. Fucking God, no! Oh God, no! There's no way we all die like this. We don't all die to this one infected. This one. No, it's mind you. This is one infected. Oh my gosh, she died too. No. Oh, my God, my stomach is so sore. Piggy was behind Sweetie. In an instant, whipping out her own flashlight, successfully stunning the creature. The horrible thud of Sweetie Belle's lifeless body was such a sickening noise. Piggy didn't even say anything. But as soon as the creature was stunned, We were shoved back inside the cottage. No, I have a question, Pinky. Why did you shine the flashlight the second if you were behind Sweetie Belle, right behind her, Kobe, like I swear, no, it would have been like DBD, spin move, Kobe, like that's all you would have saw me do. It would have been a dive and a flashlight. Literally, nothing else would have changed. No, because I'm fine. What the fuck are we doing? Why didn't you do anything? Yeah, no, it's understandable. Well, not because she wasn't behind Apple. She could have saved Sweetie though. Okay, we can admit Sweetie. It was her fault that Sweetie died. We could all admit that, right, guys? We can all admit that the reason Sweetie died was because of her, right? We can all admit that because it's like, bro, you're right behind her with a big ass flashlight. You tell me you can't just Kobe, like, and just blind her? Why didn't you do anything? Applejack was screaming at Pinky. Pinky hushed Applejack by putting her hood over her mouth. Applejack immediately shoved her away. Applejack jumped on Pinky and had her pinned. You could have saved her, both of them. Why didn't you pull your stupid little flashlight then? Would you keep your voice down? She can hear us from down here. I don't give an apple tree about keeping quiet. Our sisters are dead. School started sobbing. I was surprised when she buried her face in my chest, as she was clearly angry with me before. But I wrapped my wing around her and covered her anyway. Yeah, I mean she's like 5. Now I think don't they say like the Kima Crusaders are like 8 or something? They're like 8 or like they're either 8 or they're teens. I forgot. We already stepped in Applejack. We already stepped in. Applejack, Pinky is all right. We need to wait until we're safe. What good are we to our sisters if we're also dead? Now I like how she's not crying, but like she's obviously crying and shit. It's like you could have did something too. Applejack, don't lie. You could have like boxed the killer. You could have boxed. Yeah, like. Eh. Fuck them on about the thing. No, they look like tanks and shit. No, because I think the Frowners they get built like tanks for no reason. No, did you see the Frowner? The thing was like, yeah, I know they said, oh, instead of getting taller, they get like smaller and shit, but it's like the Frowners are built like Big Mac for no reason. I was like hesitating, letting Pinky go. The next few hours were silent, besides the horrible crunch outside. Once it was silent, we were we were along where he found her voice. So what do we do now? Everyone looked at Pinky inside and kept her head down. Ponytail was done for. Now at this rate, the infected will start leaving the town and dating the rest of Equestria. We obviously need help from the princesses. The princesses? The princesses. I spoke up. I kind of as far away. No way we can ever leave Ponyville without getting. I tried thinking about Apple and Sweetie. Who else do we go? Who else do we go to? You said you ordered those cookies from the bakery in Counterline, right? If we make it there, maybe we can also find the culprit. Object made eye contact with me for the first time she had in a long time. Wait, you didn't make those cookies? I shook my head. I could tell Scooby was also relieved by the news. I thought it still felt like it was my fault. But how do we get to Counterlot? The fastest way is by Twilight or by flight, and my wing is busted. How about train? I was like suggested. I doubt the train still runs though. At here after all this, she's right. We all looked at Pinky. The train's the best option. I tried to escape on the train days ago, but it had long been abandoned and conductors eaten. If we can get the train running again, we can make it to Counterlot. Epilogue: Pinky survival tips. Fluttershy is one of the first infected returned to her cottage after days of being missing. She lured out her victims by mimicking voices of Penny she had eaten and identified this voice to be Dr. Hooves. Yep, told you. I suspect the doctor was the reason she was missing, but let his guard down and got himself eaten. If you hear a pony calling for help, ignore it and get indoors as soon as possible. Summary: frowning ponies mimic screams of their victims. Yeah, Dr. Hooves help. Yeah, it's same help. Man, bro. Why does it always put me at the end? Okay, part six. I think we're getting close to the end. I think. I'm genuinely surprised by how many people instantly knew that was Twilight. Jeez. The, oh my God, I need to step up my reading because I read so slow, man. We waited for maybe 2 or 3 days. It was hard to keep track in the basement. Applejack claimed her leg was feeling better, though. My wings still felt busted most of our time. It's been silence or mourning. Applejack and Rarity were still mourning over their sister's gruesome death. Rarity often quietly sobbing, while Applejack would be on the edge and get angry at the smallest thing. They had very different mourning process. Eventually, Pinky wanted to try and initiate her plan of repairing the train and hitting the counter like she watched and listened outside of Fluttershy or other infected. Before we stepped outside the cottage, we noticed Sweetie and Apple Bloom's bodies were gone. Damn. At first, we silently walked for a few feet, going slow pace. When Raiden said, "Hush, you hear that?" There's laughter in the distance, but nothing was like normal laughter you hear at the party. It was sounded like sinister, broken, or dead. Pinky, without saying a word, shoved us forward. In a sprint, the laughter started following us. Don't tell me that. Is that Derpy? No, because isn't Derpy Pegasus? Yeah, no, this isn't Derpy. Pinky scooped Scootaloo on her back since she couldn't run as fast. She must have gotten a look at what was behind us because she was shrieked horrified. This caught the attention of other infected as we were starting to be chased by half of Honeyville. Don't stop until we get to the station, yo, Pinky. Our lungs were burning by the time we Ben and Shane come to view. The train was luckily in a better state than I expected. Blood spatters trailed inside of the cars, however, presumably from previous passengers, but otherwise it seemed perfect condition. We ran inside and ducked under the seats. Albjack stopped to pull the door shut. The door slammed loudly as the Smile Ponies ran straight right into it loud with a loud crack. Immediately Pinky and Albjack were at the engine trying to get the train running. Rarity held Scootaloo close. The infected ponies started ramming themselves into the train. The car rocked with every violent shove. Sound of groaning and giggling emitted from outside. Suddenly, a mangled hook shattered the thick glass of the train car, covered in blood. The glass was desperately trying to get in. I panicked. How have you guys figured it out yet? Trying to just hang on. We almost got it. Are y'all sure? More glass shattered around us, or at least stretched faces of our friends, presumably inside school, screamed inside, and we tried to move away from them. Then started moving, the train slowly chugging forward, taking off at a rapid speed. The infected plane struggled to hang on before falling out miles away from us. I sighed in relief. I'm still unsure on how they managed to start the train. Object tried to explain to me, but honestly, I zoned out after the word ignition or annihilation, or whatever that is. Finally, we got out of the town. I hope we never have to see those things again. Then I feel guilty for leaving our friend behind. I hope we can still save them, our friends. Okay, I'm getting my spoiled again. Look away, guys. Look away. You might be able. Are you scrolling to the end? It's so that I can, get there a little faster. Scroll a little to the end. Scroll faster, scroll faster. It won't let me do it. I mean, that's. I'm looking. There we go. Finally. Okay. Good. The trip to Camelot would be a long one, 3 hours at least. For a while, we took the time to calm down and moving up to the engine. Pinky conducted because the wind was blowing through the broken window, hurting our ears. We were pretty cramped, but I'm glad we were all together. After a little too much silence, Scooby spoke. We're gonna save everybody, right? Even Apple Bloom and Sweetie Belle. God. Oh God. Oh no. What? Sweetie Belle. Example. Oh, what you mean we're gonna save them? You watch your friends get cut in half, bro. Everyone fell into tense silence at that poor school. I'm sure she's still in denial about her friends being well. Rarity ended up being brave enough. How about we talk about something else to lighten the mood? Yeah. Hey, Gavin, how did you get those scars? I chuckled out Jack gasped. School, that is not polite. Pinky seemed to go on. No, it's okay. I'm surprised it didn't come up sooner. I'm not very. It's not a very nice story though. Is that okay? Rarity said she was okay with it. I knew she just wanted to talk about anything other than Sweetie Belle. Well, then things started out berserk. All went miss when all when oh wait when you all went missing. I decided to start talking the pennies into Fluttershy's, taking pennies into Fluttershy's cottage to avoid the infected. But once pennies got a look at my mouth, they were all so afraid of me, just running away. Eventually, Lyra Heartstrings agreed to bunker with me, but I'm not sure you all know her. When she was one of Twilight's old counterpart friends. Everyone seems so everyone seems so tense at Twilight's home or in Twilight's name, so Pinkie quickly continued. Anyway, I fed her and gave her some blankets to keep her warm. I could tell she was troubled, and she told me it's because her girlfriend Bon Bon had become infected with the with the cookies. She apparently watched her mutate into a monster. Really sad thing to happen, yeah. That night when I had fallen asleep, Lyra must have found an axe with some of my stored weapons. While I was sleeping, she attempted to kill me, slashing the axe across my face. I don't really know why she did it, but I'm sure she's still afraid and heartbroken for Bon Bon and thought I was affected. I don't really blame her for what she did. After that, she ran off. I never saw her again. Yeah, she got infected. I was shocked with all he said there. Penny's been continuing out, and she didn't. I was like, spoke up. How did you survive an attack like that? I don't know. It hurt as much as it should. Like my face was being cut open, but after a few minutes, the pain went away. Do you think you got some kind of like superhero powers from the cookies? Pinky shrugged and said she didn't know for sure, but it seemed to be that the only logical explanation. She then Scootaloo approached Pinky and pulled back her mane and exposed her giant teeth marks on her neck. Well, what is this scar about then? I'm not talking about that scar. Okay, so let's think about it. I think it has something to do with the cakes. I think it has something to do with the cake family. I genuinely think it has something to do with the cake family. Piggy pushed Scootaloo away and immediately turned around to look ahead. Scoot was right in my arms, instantly nothing her face to my code. I glared at Pinky despite her not facing us. Scoot sniffled. It must have caught Pinky's attention. I'm sorry, Scoot. That one's a sad story. Well, can I make it a happy story? Pinky was surprised by this. I could tell she agreed. Well, after I attacked Pinky, I apologized. She was sorry for what she did. She did she did and wanted to make it up to her. So Lyra pulled out a little puppy dog for Pinky. Pinky was very happy to have a new puppy friend. So Pinky and Lyra played with the puppy for all night until Pinky felt better. Then we got too playful and bit Pinky accidentally, but it and the puppy was apologized and licked it better. The end. Oh man. God, that just hurts my heart. Wait a minute. I've said no. Wait, wait a minute. Pinky. Slide 7. It's clearly made Pinky very happy. She thanks Scootaloo for story. Wait, there's something on the tracks. Why? I think this is Twilight because I saw someone comment say last time it was Twilight, and also because this is an alicorn. So, oh, they're right there too. They're right there. My God, my golly, bro. Thank you for enjoying my stuff. I know only 8 of you are going to read this, but this stuff is a lot of fun to make. Unfortunately, others will be posted less and less frequently, as I'm a one person and only has a job in college. But that doesn't mean like the series is over. I also make no money from this. So if y'all would like to support me, feel free to commission me or donate to my coffee. Commission info, coffee on LinkedIn, Twitter. See you guys in the next one. So you see, I would donate or something. Like I would, if I had the money, if I had like thousands of dollars, I would gently support people like this. It's just I don't have thousands of dollars. That's like the only reason I don't support people like this. Not in bad because I don't have the money. I'm getting mine spoiled. I'm getting mine spoiled. I'm getting mine spoiled. I'm getting mine spoiled. I'm not. Wait, am I? Okay, there we go. Part 8. Let me listen to music. Okay, fuck you, you spoil me, son of a bitch. No, I hate TikTok for that little automatic. Oh yeah, let's movie you slide. Let's move you a slide ahead. And another one. Like, I don't want to see the other slide. I'm having a hard time processing what just happened, what we just witnessed. To any pony, the creature that stopped itself on the train track would have been nothing more than a horrific monster, but we could all tell that it's Twilight, or it used to be. Abject was first to see her. He tried. What is that thing? Is that no? It can't. It can't be stopped. The train. It can't be. Stop the train. You're gonna hit her. It can't. Piggy shuddered and kept her eyes on check. No, it's best we run that thing over to stop and get eaten. I'm sorry. No Penny seemed to want to argue, so we just all held our breaths and braced for impact. I mean, y'all are like in a ton train. That's not gonna do it. The fuck is this? This is her horn, by the way. This is her, by the way. I guess. I genuinely guess. Like, damn. Don't even look like a train card anymore. No, I'm kidding. It's hard to recall what happened, but the next thing we knew, it was lying on the floor of the derailed train. The sound of screaming is what jolted me awake. Upon coming to the engine of the train, was blasted open. All of us hurtled further back into the train cars. The infected pony was peering into the blasted holes of the train car and laughing uncontrollably. It sounded like a crowd of ponies laughing at once. We also preserved ourselves further into the train car when the monster horns started to spark and illuminate, it threatening no one magical blast, but suddenly it shrieked in pain and stumbled away from the train car. The reason why I couldn't tell at first was until I saw it running towards us. Fuck you. Running towards us. It was rather a zebra. Yep, Zakora. Yep. It was undoubtedly Zakora holding some sort of flute in her mouth, blowing with everything she had. It was ear piercing, but it seemed to have effect on Twilight much more than us. Hurry up and follow me to the forest. We must flee. All right, I see how this works. Now, because I remember in that fucking dragon infection, you're still spitting rhymes while being a fucking praying mantis. We were all in pretty bad shape from the train being derailed, but it was either follow her or get eaten. No contest. Really, we all hopped out of the train car and we followed Sakura to the Everfree when Applejack started to scream behind us. Fuck, she has your entire leg in her mouth, bro. Cut the leg. Get rid of the leg. I know you already have an injured leg again, but now you have another one. My God. You finally get to see a final stage of Twilight plus an addition of a new character. Yeah. So I could see the color leaving my face when I turned around. I was like caught in Twilight's jaw. I was like desperately tried to crawl away. Zakura was on the scene instant, blowing her whistle at full chest. Twilight reacted but didn't drop Applejack. Instead of standing up multiple feet tall and dangling her, threatening to run and take Applejack with her. We need something louder than that whistle, Pinky yelled. Flashbanger. No, you're telling me this is how tall she is. No, mind you, this is just Rainbow. She goes up to like her stomach. We're dead. No, we're absolutely dead. Because this is not even like an actual alicorn, by the way. She didn't even have like the body of like an actual alicorn. So imagine if like Princess Celestia is infected. She could be like as big as like an entire house, bro. We're dead. No, it's genuine rats. Bro, give me a minute, bro. It's genuine rats. I was shocked when Murdy responded instantly. I tried to stop her as she ran back to the train, jumping into the engine and magically pulling a lever. The train responded with a loud whistle and a puff of smoke. Twilight shrieked, and the noise dropped Applejack, who I heroically caught on my back no delay, and we all ran right from the scene into the forest, leaving Twilight behind. We kept running. Rhymes when she speaks. Yeah. We kept running until Zikora reassured us we were safe. Frankly, I am surprised we all made it out of there alive. Skeeter and her hood had her hooves around Zakura's leg as soon as we stopped to rest. Zakura, I'm so glad you found us. I thought we were goners for sure. I was surprised to see the train running, though I'm relieved to see all of you too. I'm sure you've been aware of the chaos in Pennyville. We are trying to make it to Counterlot to get help with the princesses to put an end to this, Pinky said. Counterlot is where I'm headed too. I hope I could be one to lead all of you. Some infected pennies respond badly to loud sounds, so I blow whistles, sends them running, and I have found. All right. Good thing you found that found that out. I don't even want to know what happened. Well, what would happen if we ran into the Everfree Forest? But I'm glad you'll be here with us, Sakura, said Rarity. Yeah, she infected. As we started venturing further into the forest, I could tell Abject was falling behind. Abject, you okay? Is your bent leg? Do you need me to carry it? No, no, I'm fine. It's actually my hurt leg from before. The blast must have made that all over again. I'm sure it sounded unsure, but I decided to shrug it off. If she says she's fine, then she's fine. Evelyn, Pinky survival tips. Is that discovered frowning ponies negatively respond to bright lights, but I could never crack they could repel smiling ponies. That's until Zigor rescued us from Twilight Sparkle. I had returned to the final stage of smiling ponies. Zigor blew a loud whistle that made out of a yak horn, making the infected temporarily stop attacking. Some smiling ponies react negatively to noise. Yeah, I was about to say that, but yeah, I guess just take my shit. Thank you for your patience, special, and Western. Thanks for supporting me on my Wesker for my coffee. Updates will continue to upload slowly, but I'll do my best to make sure each update's more memorable. I really wish. Hey guys, sorry about the slow updates in the series. It's taking a lot of me. It's the best funding. Yeah, no, this is when I kind of realized she's not gonna be like she's gonna cancel it, but then she came back with it. So yeah, but we're not gonna be reacting to the new editions. So because this video is already gonna be like an hour long. I think it's already close to an hour long. Yeah. So and I don't even think we're close to being fully finished. But I'll try my best to keep going. However, if you support me in this series, feel free to keep on coffee though. Commissions on Twitter, anything I appreciate it. To all supporters. This should be it'll be shouted out in the future series. It continue faster. When's the next update? Months, hurry up. Uh, we see it continue faster. Comments like, "Oh, when's the next update? It's been months. Come on, hurry up." Does not make things move faster. Just demotivates me more. Please don't comment these on any other creators' page. It's very rude. The next entry is big, so stay tuned for that. Is it 2 slots or just 3 slots? I'm at the end. All right, so let's go on. There we go. I fucking hate that bug, bro. Zocora led us through the Everfree Forest on our way to Counterlap to get help. Turns out she headed there. She was headed there for the same reason. I remained in my hut for as long as I could, but I knew for long I wouldn't be secure. But my but to my luck, a pony came in for shelter. It was Starlight Glimmer begging me to help her. Starlight's still alive. Rarity gasped in hope, but Zocora hunger hid. Yeah. Starlight fate is not confirmed. For after she visited me, she never returned. The pony was safe in my hut, but to be sure, but all to be sure, but all she wanted to find was a cure. She wanted to find a cure. It was a tall order to make a remedy so strong she did not accept this and told me I was wrong. So I instructed her to go sheet me a cookie that started this mess, then I can whip up a cure or at least do my best. Starlight Grimmer left without pauses, but since then, finding her has been a lost cause. In fact, the penny was soon creeping towards my hut. There was no way I could just stay put. I left for Counterlot to find help or and wait. I was afraid Pennyville has suffered its same fate or same suffered its fate. As soon as I roomed, discovered something profound, like how smiling ponies do not like loud sounds, and as other ponies unto me, by the smell covering myself. Oh, other pennies hunted me by by my smell covering myself in mud made it harder. I could tell. Pinky and I looked at each other before immediately dunking ourselves into a mud bath, followed by Scoot and Aljack doing the same. Despite the situation, I couldn't help but smile. Let's be all good, buddy. I guess, man. I guess. Of course, Rarity groaned and stepped away from the mess. A foot of mud was splattered on Rarity's face, followed by a chuckle. I know you don't like the dirt, Miss Rarity, but covering yourself with mud is a necessity. With much hesitation and arguing, Rarity eventually allowed herself to get muddy enough. Zecora seemed to be finished with her story. Despite us having so many questions, most which were about Starlight, possible cure, but Zecora didn't have any of the answers. Oh my god, I'm talking fast. Journey would be about 3 days. Walk a 3 days walk. Zecora told us we wanted to thread carefully in case any affected ponies reaching out this far. As Twilight somehow beat us here, and she was still a problem on Twilight. I don't think I could bear another friend of mine turning into one of those. Applejack. I'm trying to press the thing. Oh yeah. So Applejack fell. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? Uh, Surviving the Cookie Parties. Part 10, Body Horror. Sorry, this is trigger warning. So I keep forgetting to say trigger warnings. I'm sorry. Applejack Rarity. Applejack. Rarity screamed. Applejack was slumped to the ground, obviously unwell. Rarity and I were under her in an instant, helping her back up. Rose, she felt warm, unusually warm. I'm fine, y'all. I think I just caught a little something. Oh no, you can't be sick. You have to get the counter lock together. Applejack gave Skid a reassurance. No, don't worry. Don't worry one bit, JQ. It's just a little bit hit. It's just a little head cold. I'm fine. I'll be fine. I'll keep stumbling over my words, and I'm not about to be fine, bro. I swear to God. As the elements of honesty, she never was very good at lying. No, no. I need to talk more. I need to respond. How Jack really said, "We're being dead ass." No, I'm getting my ass pulled. Like, cut this. Oh, God. Our trot through the forest slowed to a walk due to Aljack's worsening condition. As Aljack was stumbling so much, Pinky had to press herself against Abjad's side to keep her stable. Eventually, it grew dark, and we had to get somewhere to sleep. Zagora threw a blanket over AJ so she could rest, while the rest of us set up a camp, feeding her some sort of medicine. She made herself gather firewood while the sun went down. It was a lot scarier with the threat of mutant ponies lurking in the shadows. I could swear I saw eyes peering at me through every bush and tree. And don't go near those bushes, bitch. No. Eventually, the fire was lit, and we all surrounded it to keep warm, while AJ hurtled under her blanket, completely passed out. Emmett Elbelt with some stirring mumbling. Oh, about with some stirring mumbling. We were also worried about her, hoping she would recover from this mysterious sickness soon. But next morning came sooner than I thought. I don't even remember falling asleep. We all stretched and slowly awoke. Zakura offering us some rations she brought with her. They were dried out berries that tasted like tree bark, but food was food. Zakura tried nudging Applejack away. Say she could eat and get moving, but Applejack barely responded. I can't move. Why does she have a heart in her mouth? The cord went to feel her forehead and ensured the edge of it was burning up. Worse than before, I fear this little penny will never recover quickly from the sick. You must go without us and get to counter quick. Sometimes it's hard to understand Zakora, but she was struggling that she stayed with Object while the rest of us went to counter. No, we all need to stay together, Pinky said. Twilight is still out there, and who knows what else y'all both be sitting ducks. Zakora angrily stomped her foot. If there's any hope to save Crushio, you must go to counter and find Celestia. Applejack is not fit to make such long trips. If you wait much longer, it could be an apocalypse, I guess. Zakora, you don't have to spit bars every single time. Zakora and Piggy fought about this for while while Pinky eventually gave in, packing up our things. It hit the counter like, without AJ or Zakora. I dropped my hand. AJ money. No, I need Rainbow. Rainbow, please stay. Tears were streaming down Applejack's cheeks as she reached for me. She's obvious that she needed me more than any penny. Sakura and I exchanged a look before she nodded and reached into the sack. Applejack needs you more than me. Take some supplies. You'll be safe and ever free. Say you'll be safe. Okay, I was about to say, fuck you mean you'll be safe and ever free. Sakura lended me one of her yak whistles, a small sack of berries, and some medicine for AJ. The rest of us exchanged hugs and good lucks before we separated. Rainbow, Applejack sounded so much worse before. I knelt down to her and hushed her before, but she started crying. Rainbow, I did something terrible. I was like threw the blanket off her body. Yikes! I felt myself go pale. No, 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 Applejack, please, please, you're gonna be fine. You'll be just fine. You didn't know this would happen, but I did. I did. Twilight bit me back at the train, and my legs started to hurt and change colors. I wrapped the bite in bandages so y'all wouldn't see it. I'm so sorry I lied. Mixed emotions filled my stomach. I was furious at Applejack for keeping such a secret, but I was also devastated at what this all meant. Applejack, you can't keep something like this from me. Sorry, I'm sorry. I know we can't cut. I know we can't. I know we can cut off your leg, right? Then the spreading will stop. I'm sure Piggy left a saw laying around here somewhere. Rainbow, no, I know what you have to do. No, you have to kill me. But yeah, what? Please, Rainbow, it's too late for me. I feel the virus reaching my heart, and eventually it'll reach my brain. Then I'll become one of them, and I'll kill you all. Please, please, Rainbow. I need to die in order to save you. I don't know what to say except no. Rainbow, you don't understand. If you don't kill me now, I don't know what I'm gonna become. I can't keep you all safe. It's okay. I want you to do it. If you do, then I'll be able to see my family again. I'll be able to see my sister again. My little apple. My little. Abject gave me a reassuring smile, but I didn't believe it. I couldn't do it. I couldn't kill Abject. I couldn't kill her without knowing, without telling her I love you. I mumbled into her neck. We both cried. I could feel her tense for a moment, then relax, brushing a gentle hoof through my neck. Sugar Cube, please do this for me, for us. Damn, I couldn't. So I ran. I ran as far as I could, and I never looked back. I wish I didn't run. I wish I could have stayed with her in her last moments. I wish I could have gotten help. Why didn't I do anything? But all I could do was run. And now she's gone. Oh my god, bruh. Thank y'all for supporting my creation. I was first to the last Cookie Virus entry for a long time. My life has gotten to the point where I need to focus on schooling, and money over anything else. Adulting sucks. I keep posting on TikTok that this will be short. This will be a short video, and they're easier and frankly more fun for me to make. I like to see these videos aren't flooded with comments asking for Cookie Virus update. This series was fun in its prime, but unfortunately it's become bigger stressor than I'd like to step away from it. To focus on things to make I will continue to post my Little Pony related content on your Twitter, but Cookie Virus will no long I don't know what the fuck you're doing here. Oh wait. Will not be one of them. I hope you all understand and thank you for following the series for so long. I'm not 100% set on canceling the series for good, but I'll put it on hold for a long time. Thank you. Until next time. All right. 1 year of Cookie Virus. I can't believe it's full series. Okay, fuck you. Yeah, I'm joking. Stage 1. Penny has been freshly bit. Wait, no, who wrote this? Extinction of Rainbow's journal. Okay, so she wrote this, I guess. Stage 1. Penny's been freshly bitten on the affected penny. Not much has changed, but by this stage, besides the appearance of the bite, the penny will still be at full sanity, with no other physical changes at this stage. The penny will not be hostile relatively healthy. The bite at this stage is luckily reversible as long as the rainbow color is spreading from the bite has not expanded more than 30 colors. The only the only known way to reverse the bite is by amputating the limb that was bitten. Otherwise, no other cure is known. First first stage of bite, yep. Second stage, third stage, fourth stage is irreversible. So she had oh wait, no, but these go down very fast because like what is it? The second they started going on their walk, she was already at like their third stage. I think it was either second or third. I can't remember. Stage two, the rainbow color slowly creeps up and spreads across the body. Pony feels flu-like symptoms. Pony normal cut becomes pale. Pale and stands on her maze. Shed bite location. Oh, and shed the bite location. Swelling up at the stage. Penny is still sane, but starts to lose their grasp on reality as they approach a death-like state. The only way to ensure the penny doesn't move on to the third stage is by eliminating the penny entirely. Therefore, the infection reaches their heart or the brain. The location of the bite determines how fast the penny moves on from the stage. All moves on from stage three. So she got bit on the leg, probably like the longest, but I'm assuming she got bit. So it's just like until it gets the second it gets to the heart and brain, that's when they get infected. All right, got it. Pale skin, dizziness, hair shed, rainbow color spreads from bite. Stage three, Purdy sanity is gone. They have reached the infected or zombie stage. Unlike smiling or frowners, this infection seems to inhibit a different visual emotion. This could be considered a fear or surprise that could be because pennies who are bitten by the infected variant experience a different variant of the infection rather than the pennies that ate the contaminated cookies. At this stage, these infected appear to attack anything living, while smilers and frowners move at a quick pace. After their prey, these bitten pennies are loud and clunky, appearing to have her hard time knowing where they are going. They end up swaying and knocking themselves into other objects during the hunt. Loud grunting, widened mouth and eyes. Rainbows reached heart or brain. No, because it hasn't even reached her brain yet. So it's just like they're still in there. Just set some slack. Now they're not. Yeah, now it's wrapped. Stick. Pen neck has been twisted and grown twice its size. I guess the cuckoo walks silently and blends within trees. The only way to hear it coming is from its low strained groans. For stage three, it's so screams. It is screams. Recommended to stay between trees, but do not be in a forest with stage four. It's silent and knows its way around, but it's also very slow. Weaknesses are unknown, but listen for the groans. Listen for their screams. Also, they don't groan, they scream. Applejack. Year of the Cake Fries. I can't believe it's been a full year since I posted it. Twilight with a Rainbow Muzzle. I can't believe it expressed my appreciation for support and project. Think TikToks, faith, yeah. That's still put on hold. I know what happens either way. Enjoy the series soon. And it doesn't mean the series is canceled. This is just a one year celebration post. Alright. This isn't as simple, everybody. Dreams, whether they remember dreams or not. Not only can I locate the dreams, it doesn't appear anybody there is sleeping at all. I see. I'll send a letter to Twilight in the morning. Good luck with your routines tonight, sister. I hope you figure something out. Or figure out soon. Later that night, let's hope this time I'm a little more lucky. Fancy pants, balloon fever. Still no Ponyville dreams. Applejack. Finally, Ponyville dream. I need to go ask her what's going on. Is she having a nightmare? Why does the dream look like that? I hope Ponyville is in danger. I need to get there quick. So yeah, I was right. Counterlots perfectly fine. Of course they are. I'm checking. Sheesh, huh? Hello? The groans, yeah. So I'm assuming stage is Applejack? Oh no, it's just stage four. Sob, sniffle, sob. Yeah. Sister? Fuck that. Overall, I want to say thank God for the virus. It's been fun. Oh yeah, I think this was when she canceled it. Hello everyone, I'm talking about cut shift work, Kyron W continue. Why I bring this up month's last update. I apologize so much for the late update, but I'm also scared to announce this. That'd be great. I know it's getting a negative response. I'm afraid what will bring, but y'all deserve to know. So I'm not saying it's bad about it, but did you upload the rest of the story in archive of your own? Someone could pick up the story and continue. Still going on. But the story continues. It's been enjoyable to make. It has been enjoyable to make. I'm not a fan of horror, especially body horror, but it continues the series. But it becomes less and less fun. The themes get darker. Make it serious. I wanted to follow the trending chair in 2024. Yes, understandable. And Face trend was huge. I was an MLP artist, so I thought I'd hop on the trend. What I didn't expect was 2 million views, and I demanded for more. I was thrilled at the time, of course. I had a lot of fun making updates, but when you do the same thing over a year and it never really fits your interest, it gets old. And I think it's time I gave myself a break. What about the future of the story? Will it ever get conclusion? I believe it's unfair to leave y'all a cliffhanger after a year of work, so I plan on eventually writing the rest of the story on our own archive where it could be released. I'm unsure where the rest of the proper conclusion. In terms of the contest, I'm no mean planning to stop making MLP stuff. I plan on pushing more TikToks out, more comedy based, like using like they used to be, making merchandise, potential reels, during Jack Torrance episodes. I want to read all this, but it's overall, I just want to say thank y'all for piracy. Yeah. All right. Yeah, this archive of your own. This was where I find story. I'll put links to my TikTok so you can find these. Messaging cookies in the tab. I don't know how to use archive of your own. For mature. Please be aware these stories are websites are intended for more mature audiences. However, I want to say thank you. It's been saying help me after a full year since the last update. I still have people who are interested in the story. For those who have been waiting patiently and support my other works, I hope you enjoy. Thank you. All right. Let's see how long I've been recording. An hour. Who would have guessed? No, I'm joking. Either way, all respect to Anxiety Monster. Right. Cookieverse is like one of the best. I say like it's how can I say this? It's like My Little Worms, where everyone kind of knows it, you know. Like everyone, if you are a part like the like infection AU thing, then you know My Little Worms. Okay, you know My Little Worms, and you probably know Cookieverse. Unless you're just shit. If you're just shit, I guess. Either way, sorry for just mainly reading. The video started getting pretty long, and I was kind of trying to pick it up. So this is gonna be when like there's gonna be 2 hours that are 2 videos that are gonna be probably an hour long. Actually, three probably because I'm about to do part two to this, and then I'm gonna upload part one and then part two in the same day because I didn't upload my pwn part my I didn't upload my 2 videos that I was gonna do yesterday. So today is gonna be my double upload because I'm shit at making double uploads. So actually, this might be a triple upload. I don't. Y'all tell me, guys. Either way, I hope you have a great day. Have a blessed day. I'll see y'all next time. Actually, I'm about to see y'all in a bit. So I'll see y'all next time, and I'm out.